Hello and welcome back to Mystic English. Today I want to tell you the story of a man who was once a secret, hidden in the shadows, a boy the world didn't even know existed. He was the youngest son, the least expected to rule, yet he rose to lead one of the most mysterious and feared nations on earth. His childhood was spent behind walls, his identity guarded like a state secret. One day he was just a quiet boy obsessed with basketball in Switzerland. The next, he was on the world stage, commanding armies, building nuclear weapons, and shaking hands with presidents. This is not just the story of a leader. It is the story of power, mystery, and control. A story that shows how one man can rise from complete obscurity to stand as one of the most dangerous and unpredictable figures in modern history. Stay with me till the very end, because if you leave halfway, you might miss the one insight that explains how this hidden child became the ruler of a nation the world cannot ignore. And if you enjoy stories that help you learn English, understand the world, and uncover powerful lessons from history, make sure to subscribe to Mystic English. We don't just tell stories. We bring you lessons that inspire, teach, and transform, one story at a time. His name was a whisper in the shadows. He was the son of a god, born into a nation of secrets. For decades, the world knew nothing of him, a ghost in a powerful family, a boy being forged in isolation for a future we could not begin to imagine. He was the youngest son, the least expected to lead, yet he emerged to control a country unlike any other on earth. A nation hermetically sealed from the outside world, where the ruling family is revered as a divine bloodline, and where every aspect of a citizen's life, from their job to their hairstyle, is dictated by the state. It is a country with nuclear weapons and an influence that now touches every corner of the globe. To understand the man, you have to peer through the veil of mystery and go back to the beginning. The story of Kim Jong Un starts in the early 1980s, somewhere in the heart of Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea. His precise birth date is a closely guarded secret, a detail erased from history and replaced with official mythology. He was born to Ko Young-hui, his father's third wife, but from the start, his life was anything but normal. He was the son of a dynasty, a royal line built on absolute power, and a powerful cult of personality that demands total loyalty and subjugation. The state's official philosophy of juche, or self-reliance, is a key pillar of this control, emphasizing the need for an independent, strong state led by a supreme leader. His childhood was spent inside a gilded cage, a life of luxury hidden from the outside world. He was isolated, protected from everything but the legacy he was destined to inherit. He saw the world not through a window, but through the selective lens of state-controlled media. Yet, there were cracks in this perfect facade. When he was a boy, his father sent him to Switzerland, where for a few years he lived a strangely normal life under a false name, far from the prying eyes of the world. His schoolmates in Switzerland had no idea of his true identity. They knew him only as a slightly withdrawn, shy boy who was obsessed with basketball, wearing Nike sneakers and Chicago Bulls sweatshirts. A true fan of Michael Jordan, he was known for his love of the sport, but also for a strong and unpredictable temper whenever he lost. He loved video games and cool gadgets, a contradiction to the world he came from. But even in this illusion of freedom, he was not free. He was a prisoner of his own destiny, always watched. And then, without a single word to his friends, he simply disappeared, leaving a mystery behind. He would not be seen again for many years, until one day the world saw him on a television screen, a grown man, leading a military parade. In the late 2000s, his father, Kim Jong Un, was visibly failing in health, and the question of succession became a silent, urgent struggle. The eldest son had fallen out of favor, and the second was considered too soft to rule. That left only the youngest, the boy who loved basketball. In 2010, the first signs appeared. He was given the title of a 4-star general, a stunning promotion for a man with no military experience. It was a clear signal. His father was preparing him to be the great successor. He began to appear in public with his father, visiting military bases and factories, learning how to be a god. Then, in a moment that shook the world, state media announced in December 2011 that Kim Jong Un had died. The world watched, holding its breath, unsure if the young, inexperienced son could hold on to the reins of power. The answer came quickly and brutally. The first years of Kim Jong Un's rule were a brutal test, a purge of rivals and a consolidation of power. The most shocking act, the one that sent a clear message to everyone, was the execution of his own uncle, Jang Song-tak. Jang, a powerful figure, was meant to guide the young leader, but Kim Jong Un had him removed in a swift, merciless move. It was a message to all in North Korea: no one is safe. Loyalty belongs to me, and me alone. He then began to carefully craft his own image, appearing with his wife at amusement parks and military banquets, wanting to look like a modern, friendly leader, all while ruling with an iron fist. But beneath the surface of his public image, Kim Jong-un was implementing a new philosophy of governance. He pushed for economic reforms, most notably the Byungjin policy, which aimed to simultaneously develop the country's economy and its nuclear program. This wasn't a true opening of the economy, but rather a cautious, state-controlled effort to boost agricultural output and give some autonomy to state-owned enterprises. At the same time, he reinforced absolute control. He amended the constitution to formalize his role as the, quote, supreme leader, consolidating his power to a level unseen since his grandfather, Kim Il-sung. His regime also cracked down on any perceived anti-socialist behavior, passing laws that prohibited foreign media, especially from South Korea, and punishing those caught with such contempt with harsh sentences, including forced labor or even death. His most significant and terrifying move was the relentless pursuit of nuclear weapons. He made a promise to his country to develop both the economy and nuclear weapons at the same time. He believed that a nuclear arsenal was the only thing that could truly protect North Korea, and he ordered test after test, each one a step forward and a clear message of defiance to the world. He has also pushed for a significant naval modernization, showcasing new destroyers and other vessels in an effort to extend his military's reach and project power, even if such moves are seen as a drain on resources. A secret missile base was recently discovered near the Chinese border, believed to house his most advanced nuclear-capable ICBMs, a chilling reminder of his unwavering commitment to his nuclear goals. This created huge tension, with the world on edge, watching as Kim Jong-un built an arsenal of mass destruction. In 2018, the world was stunned when he began a series of surprising diplomatic meetings. First with the South Korean president, then with President Donald Trump, the first time a sitting US president had ever met a North Korean leader. Hope surged, but the talks ultimately broke down. Still, Kim Jong-un had made his point. He had met with a US president as an equal, a global player who could not be ignored. Today, Kim Jong-un continues to rule, his position seemingly secure, but his health remains a constant topic of speculation. Each time he disappears from public view, the world holds its breath, wondering if this is the end. And the question of who will succeed him looms large. He has a young daughter who has been seen with him at public military events, leading some to believe she is being prepared to be the next leader, the fourth in this unique and mysterious dynasty. The man who was once a secret is now a central figure in global politics. His relationship with the world is more complex than ever, as he has deepened ties with Russia and China, even sending North Korean troops to fight in a foreign war, an unprecedented move. He has also overseen the test firing of new air defense missiles amidst heightened tensions with South Korea and the United States. The world is watching and waiting. Kim Jong Un is not just a man. He is a dynasty, a symbol of absolute power, a ruler who inherited a nation and a nuclear program. His story is still being written, and the world watches every move he makes. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Kim Jong Un's life is a reminder of how power can be shaped in silence, hidden from the world until the moment it suddenly appears. From a shy boy who loved basketball to the supreme leader of a nuclear-armed nation, his story is unlike any other in modern history. It teaches us something important. The world's most influential figures often begin in the shadows, unseen, unknown, until one day they step forward and change everything. If this story gave you new insights, please share it with someone who loves learning about the hidden side of history. And don't forget to subscribe to Mystic English for more powerful stories that teach you English and uncover the secrets behind the world we live in. We'll meet again in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and never stop seeking the truth behind the stories that shape our world.